I'm hearing I'm hearing the song Purple Rain by Prince. Okay. I don't know why. I just got done doing a message um, that is probably posted up. So if you have not checked that out, I don't even know what I'm going to title it yet. I literally just got done doing it. And as I was putting the cards back, I started hearing the song Purple Rain. Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Okay. So what is this about the Purple Rain? Purple Rain, soul activation. Okay. Somebody's stepping into this soul activation. Let's see what's going on, collective. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Thank you so much for being here with the girl. I appreciate you. Purple Rain. Soul activation is taking place. Tell us more. Reflections, changing of the tides, secrets, shadow. This might be a part two of the message that is up just before this one. Okay. Again, I haven't titled it yet, so I don't know. But it was talking about someone going through the dark night of the soul. Okay. Someone tapping into the great mother. All right. That's probably what's going to be in the title. It's at least going to be on the thumbnail. So if you see me holding up cards and one of them says the devouring mother, it's that message. All right. Okay. Sacred space, cleanse, charge, activate, meditate, alignment, working with the elements, tap into your magic. Somebody's tapping into their divine feminine energy, soul activation, soul coming online, awakening of the soul. Beautiful, beautiful. Burning bridges. This may be causing you to burn some bridges in your 3D environment. Expectation, waiting, and hoping. Tell me more. We'll clarify these as well. Divine flower. You may have had to burn some bridges in order to tap into this divinity that you're tapping into. All aces. You're definitely winning, having the advantage, infinite power, skills, leverage. Success is ensured, getting your way, information, and resources needed to get ahead. So your divine feminine soul is getting ready to she's opening up for you. Okay. You're going through this blossoming phase at the soul level, and there's some secrets, there's some things to your infinite power, some skills that you are going to recover, some spiritual gifts you could be awakening to right now. You're getting more information about who you are, the resources you have available. I see the tower here. So having a soul that is activated is giving you an advantage. Okay? It's going to give you an advantage for sure. This is an individual who I'm speaking to, who reverberates with this message, who doesn't just know they have a soul in theory, but you are in relationship. Okay, you're building a new bridge. You're tearing down an old situation and building a new bridge as you begin to go across this burning bridge. I heard like burning bush, where the bridge is burning but it's not consumed. Oh, that's nice. The bridge is burning, but it's not consumed. It's not a consuming fire. Kundalini awakening. We have the death here. Change, transformation. I like that. I like it. Justice. Yeah. The bridge is burning, but it's not consumed. Clarify soul activation, spirit. This death card is hanging on by by a grip, the cosmic seed. Hmm. The cosmic seed. You're recovering what's been planted inside of you. Okay. This is giving starseed energy. So I'm talking to a starseed. Yeah, this is a part two because that first reading that I did um talked about starseed energy as well. I like these starseed readings. I do. I do. It's nice meeting. It's nice meeting the soul tribe. You understand? All right. Clarify the cosmic seed, the devil in reverse. Mm, something's being released to you. Something you're being released from. You're coming out of this cage energy, feeling caged. What's in you that is star seed, earth angel energy, what's inside of you is being released as you are experiencing this soul activation. Clarify reflections, changing of the tides. Two of swords. So as a divine being who has activated her soul, I feel led to share with somebody that as you activate your soul, just remember that your soul is is governed by the moon. Okay, it's moon energy. So the soul is like very watery. Okay, very watery. Um, so she comes and goes with this two of swords. She comes in and goes out, comes in and goes out. There's times where you're going to feel your soul's operation very strongly. And then there's times where she's going to feel a little bit distant. That's perfectly normal. And I'm glad I'm able to share this because I didn't have anybody to share with me. And when my soul started doing that tide thing, I started tripping because I'm like, where you going? What's happening? What are we going? She was like, calm down. Let me help you understand. Okay. And I had to understand it. Then I had to be re-reminded. And every time she goes distant, I have to kind of be re-reminded. I've kind of gotten used to it now. But I was like, wait a minute, you ain't leaving forever or nothing. Well, help me understand. I mean, I know you're not leaving forever because it's my soul, but at the same time, when you are activated, you have activated the soul, then she takes on a sense of being. You see what I'm saying? So there's a bond. And so, because she's governed by the moon, there's going to be an ebb and flow to her energy. That's perfectly normal. I'm so glad I'm able to tell somebody because if you're anything like me, I really do love and appreciate all of the members of my spirit team. So, my spirit, the angels, the daemons, my ancestors. I'm bonded to all of them. So I really don't want now one of them to go missing, to get silent and quiet on me. I'd be like, this shit working? You know what I'm saying? And they have to tell me, like, girl, chill. Would you chill? But let us help you understand. Okay? So there's an ebb and flow. That's I feel like what this two of swords is. Okay, you're investigating, you're seeing, you're going to have to like put the blinders on and tap into the ebb and flow now that your soul is activated. Clarify the two of swords. It's a big difference when you read about these things or you hear someone talk about it or you know about ebb and flow and you know about the ups and the downs. You know about it in theory. It's a big difference when you experience it. Okay. We have the nine of wands. Is that the nine? Yeah, that's the nine of wands. You have the Nine of Wands. I wish you'd stop. I don't know. I got the thing popped up on the thing and then it turned everything off. Anyway, I'm back. The Nine of Wands. Okay. So with this ebb and flow, you know, I don't know why this Nine of Wands is really kind of giving me that what I was saying before the computer did what it did, somebody needed to hear. Cause you kind of feel like maybe you're being shut out a little bit, your path is protected. The path that you're on is protected. Your divine feminine is not leaving you even when she feels a little bit faint. Okay, she feels a little bit, because I'm talking to somebody who's activated their soul. So you should be able to, at this point, hear her, feel her. She should be operative for you. So there's going to be times where she doesn't feel so operative. Okay. She's not shutting you out. This is just how she's governed. And this is her natural state of being. Okay. Mm-hmm. The Four of Cups. Yeah. She'll be back. She'll be back, okay? Sacred space. And also, I'll share this, the cycles of the moon that we observe during the new moon energy, she's going to feel a bit distant. And then she will, as the moon goes back to full in those phases of illumination, she'll get stronger again and you'll be able to, you'll know she's back. Okay? Sacred space, the wanderer. I think this is the Fool card. Hmm. We have the action of cups, which I believe is the Ace of Cups, and we have the Seven of Swords. So I had a reading come up like this on my desk a couple days ago, and I didn't give it because the reading I did before it had burned me out, and I never did get to it. So apparently, somebody needs to understand, or I can share this with you. You know what I'm saying? Um, when she's distant in your space, in your temple, you're not really feeling that energy. It is because she has to go back into the deep waters. So as you activate her, she kind of rises from the deep waters and kind of comes up in a way in which your spirit can be conscious of her. So during the moon phases, as it goes to black, she in essence goes back into the deep. Why does she go back into the deep? She goes back into the deep to have a conversation, to have an energetic conversation with the shadow or black aspect of the matriarch, the mother, in order to figure out what is betraying your heart. Where are you being betrayed? So she's a wanderer. She wanders back into the deep. She comes back up to land consciousness. Okay, you following me? And then as the moon goes to full, she will fully illuminate where you are being deceived. This is how she helps you continue to grow. Okay, so again, I didn't have anybody to tell me this, so I'm glad I'm able to tell someone, because it can be a little bit like the ups and downs of your emotional body and trying to understand how the soul moves and what her tasks are, right? Her task is to go into the blackness and to get the information and bring it back to your conscious spirit, your consciousness, your masculine, so that you can continue the healing process and nothing deceives you, nothing gets by you. You understand what I'm saying? So, in doing so, she is ridding herself of her karma, and you are ridding yourself of the lived experience of karma. See how it works? This is why soul activation is so important. This is why those who are enemies of the soul don't really want us having access to this, but it's too late. Okay, we woke around this motherfucker, right? So she goes into back into the black waters, okay? Your emotional body, the dark part where you are not conscious of, she traverses that and brings to you the things that reside in those black waters so that both you and her can rid yourselves, because when she reveals it to you, you have to then do the due diligence, do the saging, do the spiritual baths, do the work, right, to deal with whatever she reveals. And that is the bond between you and the soul. That is the bond between the human, the body, the temple that you are, and the soul that you are housing. That's the relationship. So she needs you and you need her. Okay. This is why the whole concept of selling your soul is like, why would you do that? But whatever. Okay. Whatever. No, everybody got their choices, child. Clarify burning bridge. Now, I heard the bridge is burning, but it's not consumed. This is giving me Kundalini awakening, mastery of coins, the king of pentacles, and the messenger of wands. In this deck, I believe the messenger is the page. It's either the page or the knight. I think it's the page because I think the knights are in this deck. So the bridge is burning, but it's not. This is a Kundalini awakening because that king of pentacles is giving me root chakra energy. And then there's a flame here with this messenger of wands. So you're having a Kundalini awakening, okay? And also you will be able to feel that in your root. It's going to feel a lot like sexual pleasure. It's going to feel a lot like sexual arousal. It just is what it is, okay? Because that's basically what sexual, you know, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is not predicated upon any outside stimulation. This is way more powerful, okay? And so enjoy it. Right. But there is a Kundalini awakening that is happening for somebody. This is opening up your divine flower, your divine lotus. Okay. Um, Conflict, the Five of Wands. If you feel a little bit conflicted about having these, okay. Mhm. You know, when we start going into puberty, is particularly, well, I feel like women do it, girls do it too, but just in a different way. It shows up differently. But like, let's use, since we got the king of pentacles here, let's use boys. But you know, when boys go through puberty and they have those wet dream phase where they just wake up hot and don't know what to do with it, don't even know what it means unless you do your due diligence as a parent and explain it. You know what I'm saying? You may be experiencing like sudden burst of arousal out of nowhere for no reason. Okay. And you may feel conflicted about this. Don't. Don't. Okay. That's Kundalini awakening that's happening for you. All right. Remember that your soul is both watery, but it's also very fiery. So she's like boiling water. She's like hot water. You feel me? Um, so that's perfectly normal for somebody. Okay. The magician. That's where the magic is. Yeah, that's where the magic happens. Clarify divine flower. Expansion. It has the number 3 on it. I have the star here, and it landed over here with the cosmic seed. The soul is the cosmic seed. The soul is the celestial divine being that we all will, I don't know, they say not all of us have one. I'm not here to contest that. All right. All I'm saying is if you got one, you got one. And if you got one, the soul is the star. Okay. Now it landed in the reverse. So In the reverse, it is the fallen star. It is the descended star. Okay. This star is opening up in you. This divine flower is blossoming. All right. So in the beginning, we have an activation. We have the cosmic seed, which is also the star, but it's in the upright. So this flower that has been closed, this descended star seed that you're holding within your spacesuit is opening up to you. It's opening up. Okay. Six of coins. Yeah. Yeah. You're getting your star back. Okay. You're getting your star back. The nurturer of swords, wisdom, intuition. Yeah. As this is opening up, that Kundalini fiery energy is what you are feeling. It's what is the intuition. It is the inner vibration and frequency of her opening up and blossoming inside of you. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process. Okay, there's wisdom that comes with it. There's spiritual gifts that comes with it. I can see why we're getting ready to hit the all aces. This is how we win. This is how we overcome. This is how we evolve and elevate. Yep. Six of cups. This is also how we remember who we really are and our true nature and our true being. Action of swords, ace of swords. This is how we remember. Mm-hmm. Clarify all aces. Sacred feminine. Can't lose with the stuff I use. You heard me? Yeah, I can't lose with the stuff I use. Ow. Tell me more. That's self-explanatory, okay? Three of swords. Three of swords. Healing the hurt. Healing the hurt. The hurt, it landed on the nine of wands. The trauma, the heartbreak, all of that energy, the karma is what blocks her out and keeps her from being able to flow. So the blockages are being removed. The hurt is being healed so she can flow. Okay? She can flow. And you are conscious of her flow. You're conscious of when she's on in high tide and low tide. It was so bad for me to where they had to really calm me down and make me actually study high tide and low tide. I had to get up every morning and see whether we what time we was going to be in high tide and what time we was going to be in low tide. And I had to do that because that happens periodically through the day. All right? The high tide only lasts like 30 minutes or some shit before it starts to pull back into low tide. It's a real short amount of time. So it fluctuates all day long, right? So I really had to kind of understand the ocean and the moon and that relationship in order for me to not panic when she's in low tide. Okay? Because that low tide, that there, this is a collaboration between you as a conscious being, as a human being, as the body, the spirit, and your divine feminine soul. So yourself, your spirit, and your soul. This is a collaboration. You need your spirit, you need your soul, and they absolutely need you. Okay? Clarify the Three of Swords. This healing is taking place because you are collaborating. Six of Swords. Now she can flow. It landed up under the Nine of Wands. And with her comes what she brings to you, a gift. That's how they explain it to me. Like when I get a little nervous, she's like, I'm bringing you back a gift. And the gift is always another level of revelation, another level of understanding. And it's always a like, it's something I wouldn't know without her doing what she does. Okay. And so these six swords that are in this boat are six of the seven swords. Every time she comes back, she's going to bring you another sword of what is betraying your heart. Okay. So it's a beautiful relationship, and you can't lose temperance because it brings about healing. Be patient with the process as you're learning it. Two of Wands. Mm. I'm hearing spirit say that this is what you came for. This is what you're here for. This is what you journeyed for. This is what your journey is about. The Tower, bringing about sudden change. Your path is changing as well because you're stepping into this high priestess energy. Ooh, woo! I like this reading. I like this one. I like them all, but I like this. You're changing suddenly. A lot of gifts are going to come. A lot of things you're going to just be able to ask a question and receive the divine answer. It's no longer going to feel like you have to like go through hell and back again to get the answer. What you ask, they will give you the answers. Okay, it'll be readily available for you because you're a high priestess. This is what you're here to do. Eight of Cups. Yep. Going forward, this is what you will do, is serve as a high priestess. Okay. I'm gonna get you some divine flow. I'm gonna get you some divine flow. And let you go. All right, Spirit, give us more information here. Give us some affirmation for the divine being who is experiencing this soul activation. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. Expansiveness, your surrender. Because I think I've said it before, but I don't know. You may be just now watching me for the first time. I really don't like the word humble and humility. I don't. I like the word, I like to think of humility in the sense of surrendering, especially when you're talking about the fact that you are divinely created yourself. You know, when you look up the definition of humility and humble, it got a little bit of a weird connotation on it. I ain't fucking with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But surrender. Your surrender is allowing you to expand. And this is why you are expanding, because you have surrendered to the process. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So you've surrendered surrendered your ego. You've done the inner child work that allows the ego to surrender to the feminine energy so she can flow and he can stop throwing up all of these wands and stuff. Okay, trying to do his job to keep you from experiencing any hurt. You know, an overactive ego has been surrendered for somebody. Okay, awakening. Yep. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. Ooh. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Mm. Uh-huh. I wouldn't be surprised if the individuality card fell out of this deck. Tell us more. Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Yeah. You're addressing past life karma. You've addressed and are addressing, because that's kind of something you do you know, as it's revealed to you along your path. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was trying to say when I was doing all that right there. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. This is nice. Surrender, outrageous openness, change. And on that note, I hope something was said to bring you confirmation or clarity. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. Please, if you are not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Come on over here. Hang out with me a little bit. I would love to have you. Okay, click the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on so you know when your girl is back with another one. Make sure you like, thumbs up, okay? Thumbs up button. Share it, hype it up, all that good energy. I mean, I don't know. I send it back to you, okay? 100-fold. You like me, I like you. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel about it. All right, if anybody is in need of a personal reading, my information, my link is in the description. It'll take you to my website where you can book, and I will get that done for you, okay? All right, fam. This has been a beautiful reading. Congratulations to whomever this is that is experiencing this soul awakening, okay? This soul activation. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, fam.